Ladies and gents, it's been a while, and this is Hammerhead Combination. Oh yeah! Now, if you haven't guessed, this is a look on how to use hammerheads to full advantage using Zocom. You can also do the strategy by using main GDI, but I'm using it as Zocom. I am Blue Zocom, and this is how I'm starting it off. I prefer the way I start off on this. Just make a power plant so that you can make barracks. Once you make barracks, make a load of units, then send them places. Now this is Tournament Decision, one of the new maps available only in Cainsworth. I love it. I think it's a completely fantastic all-round map. I'll be talking more about the map a little bit later on. Now that I've got some units, I'm sending it to the tib field furthest away, which my enemy is closer to. You'll see why this is a good tactic in a minute, because this shows that you can stall your enemy for a considerable amount of time while you go and start off your economy, which is a good tactic. Although your enemy can still build up his economy, you could probably beat him to it, because he's mainly using his economy to make loads upon loads of units. You can concentrate on getting your tech up first, make sure you got all the upgrades, and then go out there and show it to them that you are more dominant on the battlefield. Anyway, as you can see, I've sent some troops into that bunker and I've sent an engineer to that tib spike. Now we're going to be following this wad of soldiers up to the other bunker and tib spike.
Construction complete.
Now for the bunkers, I fit the bunkers out with 2 rifleman squads and 1 missile squad. This means it's very good against infantry and considerably good against vehicles and aircraft. So you got a good all-round unit inside those bunkers, which I think is a really good tactic. Now, on this strategy, with the Hammerhead combo, I'll be showing you a way in which you can use Hammerhead combination to flank your opponents. You don't have to flank your opponents with a Hammerhead combination strategy, but it is advised, because you do a heck of a lot of damage to your enemy if you flank them. The only bad point about this strategy is you need a hell of a load of money. Even if it means you're gonna have to run out of resources every once in a while, you will still need a heck of a lot of money. Hence why I captured one other tib spot. I sort of captured the other one while I was at it, but sadly I didn't. It's advised that you try and capture both and then hold off the enemy and both of them. Hence why you would place units in the enemy's bunker. But in my case, that I just didn't want to do it, so that's me. Now I'm using the classic base defense strategy here by having the watchtowers out first, followed by the guardian cannons, followed by the sonic emitters. In the meantime, I'm just waiting. And yep, guardian cannon comes out, so it's real cool. Now, you can also do this strategy in form of a rush as well, because you do get the hammerheads very early on. Yeah, you can first get the hammerheads as soon as you've got a command post up. You can build an airfield and instantly make hammerheads. I really like the hammerheads due to the fact that they don't have to return back and forth to attack, which is proper nice. And I found this strategy really helpful in online games. Yes, that's right, I have finally sorted out my online connection. If you want to find out what my online ID is, just give me a holler and I'll send you it. Anyway, speaking of the map, you've got 2 tib spots there. You've got the main tib spot you have. You've got tib spikes at those tib spots. You've also got a tib spike near that tib spot if you're up there. And don't forget you got these 2 turrets and that EMP coil in the centre of the map. And you've also got another tip field to the north. Now, if you manage to grab all the tip spikes, all the tip fields, and hold them off for a considerable amount of time, you are lucky. You are very lucky. Yeah. Now, many people have asked me while I was making this strategy video, what combinations do you use? Well, I'll be talking in more detail with you guys in one of the later parts, but one thing that I use riflemen, missile squads, grenadiers, zone raiders, if you're ZOCOM. If you're not ZOCOM, use zone raiders. No, scrap that, sorry. Not zone troopers, zone raiders if you're ZOCOM. If you're not ZOCOM, try using zone troopers. I fit them with snipers and I fit them with a commando. With this, you've practically enabled the strongest aerial armada known to Command & Conquer 3. There's only one armada that can beat that, and that will have to be the Squin aerial armada, which I have done in one of my earlier videos if you want to have a butcher's. Yeah. Now I'm holding off the enemy pretty well here, and what I've done now is I've set a rally point from my barracks, and I'm sending a load of my units. I'm sending a couple of grenadiers, a couple of missile squads, a couple of rifleman squads up to that EMP core to see if anyone's captured it. If they have, shit, I'll just take it. If they haven't, yay, I'll just take it off their hands. We've got a couple of units hidden in buildings as well, but I'm not going to care about them. One mistake that I did do here was I only went for one of the turrets. I didn't go for the other turret and I didn't go for the EMP coil. Mainly because I don't really like EMP coils. Yes, they're really helpful in taking down base defences when you're doing your main attack, but I'm just not used to using them, to be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. If you like to use them, be my guest, but that's just my opinion. As you can see, my grenadiers are on a rampage trying to take out all those units. My engineers should be coming up anytime soon to deal with damage. And I'm going to use one of the new powers brought to you by Kane's Wrath, called the Orbital Strike. You can see it with the red laser. It does give away the fact that you are using a support power, but the thing is, the red laser that shows first won't last there for very long. So, if your enemy do see you using that, it's probably going to be a while for them to either retaliate or walk out of the way. And it is a very, very cool support power. Especially with the EMP clusters as well, they do an awesome amount of damage when you use them together. Anyways, as you can see, I'm still putting up a big fight. Many things are happening, and this strat will continue in part 2. See you there, folks.